Hey everybody, ThinSmoke BBQ. This is our first inaugural start on YouTube. We're going to have a bunch of great videos coming up. As you know, if you haven't checked us out yet, we're from Central Maine. And we got one thing here that nobody else has. Fresh Gulf of Maine lobster. So we've got a lot of videos coming up on that. Eric, my wife and son are also part of the ThinSmoke team. I just wanted to come on here and introduce myself. We've got a cook that we're doing later on this afternoon. We'll be doing a tomahawk steak. We're going to reverse sear it. I'm running a couple of different pits right now. We've got I've got a Traeger 1300 pellet smoker. I've got a Masterbuilt back that way. We run those two primarily, but I just wanted to say that I do know how to cook. I've been cooking since I was a teenager, and I'm into my 50s now, and I'm just starting out doing something on social media. So we've got a fairly decent start going on Facebook, but I really wanted to hit YouTube with some of our videos. I think the knowledge that I have, and there's some special things that I can bring to the community. I love working with other people. I've done that my whole life. I'm a veteran from the first Gulf War. And today's a real special day because it's Memorial Day. And it's a day that holds very close to my heart. You know, a lot of people that this day was dedicated to didn't come home. I'm one of the lucky ones where I came home, so it kind of hits me a little bit different than maybe some of the other people out there, but I'm really proud to honor that and support that. So please, guys, stay tuned. I've got a great we've got a great cook coming right up here soon. We're doing a big tomahawk steak. We're gonna reverse sear it. ThinSmoke BBQ here. Yeah, we're back at you with what we told you about. Yeah, the caveman ribeye. Look at the size of this thing. It's huge. Very, very thick. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there that say the caveman style tomahawk is kind of a waste of money. You're paying for the bone. But honestly, today's a holiday, so they're fun. People like them. And we're going to go ahead and do one. So first thing I want to do is that there's quite a bit of real hard fat on here. I'm going to trim just a little bit of it off. I'm going to try and leave some of the fat on there, but some of this hard stuff really needs to come off. I'll kind of turn it this way so you guys can see. There's plenty of really, really nice marbling in the meat. So some of this harder fat, that's probably all right. I'll take a little bit of this off. And maybe just a little bit of that. There we go. Perfect. That's definitely looking better. Because a lot of that hard fat's not going to render. Maybe when you sear it, by that time though, it's definitely not going to render during the smoking process. So the plan is we're going to put it on. I got our pit set at 225, and we're going to go ahead and season this up. We'll get it in here. We're going to get it probed, and we're going to take it to 125 degrees, which is about a medium rare. And at that point, what we'll go ahead and do is just pull it off, and we will start the searing process after that. The searing process can be done of one of two ways. This pit here, this Traeger, doesn't really get hot enough, in my opinion, to sear this steak the way I'd like to see it seared. We could go ahead and put a griddle, a cast iron pan or griddle in there and sear it that way. Again, not a huge fan of that idea. So what we've got here is we're going to actually use afterwards a propane grill here to really sear it off. Anyway, let's get to the rub. We're using some Cosmos today. We're going to use a combination of the SPG, the Dirty Bird, and we've also got cow cover. So we're going to do like a real thin layer of each one of these. I think it's a great combo. I've done it before on other things. So we'll get going with that. So we're just adding our spices here, guys. We've got the cow cover that we're adding, the Dirty Bird, and the SPG. We've kind of sped it up here so we can keep things moving along. And we're going to go ahead and get it into the smoker here shortly. We're going to go ahead and get this rubbed up, dry rub style, and work it right into the meat here. And this is probably going to smoke for probably at least a good hour and a half, maybe. I'm guessing we're going to go by internal temp, as we usually do when you're low and slow. Get this all nice and seasoned up here. All right. So we're going to let that sit for a couple minutes. I'm going to go grab a probe and we're going to get this thing on the smoker. Yeah, so I got that probe in there. We're ready to put this thing on the pit. So we want to kind of stay in the middle right here as we probe this thing. And there, should be all set. We're going to monitor this thing and we're going to check it in a little while here. So awesome. Hey guys, ThinSmoke BBQ here. Going along on our cook here. We're about at 110 degrees and we're going to take it to 125, but we're getting there. We're almost there, but that's what we're looking at. She's getting nice and smoky, and we'll check in here in just a couple of more minutes. Shouldn't take too much longer and we'll be there. We're back. We just pulled this tomahawk off the grill. We came up to 125, so we're going to let it rest for a little bit before we go ahead and sear this thing off. So we'll be back with you real shortly. We want to give this thing a little bit of a rest. Hey guys, we're back. We got this tomahawk steak. It's rested for a little while here. We're going to go ahead and get her searing. I'm going to put just a little bit of oil on these this middle part of the grate here. What's great about a tomahawk is, look, you got a handle. So it's real important that we sear this part of it where all that fat is. So we're just going to go ahead and set that sucker right down there. and we're going to cook this thing on all sides and let it go. So we're just going to keep rotating this, and you're going to see how this thing's going to look here in just a couple of minutes. Off here, you can see what we're getting on there. It's awesome. We're going to let it go just a little bit longer. Keep it searing. We'll get it flipped over, and we may flip it a couple more times, but we're getting there. We want a nice, real dark crust on that, and it should be great. So guys, hey, we're back with you. We're still searing this thing off. We did probably about 3 or 4 minutes aside, and just rotating this thing around, and you can look. I mean, check out the sear on this thing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This thing is done. It's done. Now, you can all guess what we're going to do now. We're going to let it rest. Let it rest completely, then we'll slice it, and we'll give you some media on how that tastes and how that looks when we slice that up. Guarantee it's going to be great. I think about 15 minutes or so, and we're just going to go ahead. We'll cut it right off the bone. Oh boy. We'll start right over here and just start making some nice slices. Perfect medium rare. Oh yeah, I mean, look at that. That's perfect. Perfect piece of steak. Might as well take a piece here. We're gonna go ahead and try a piece, right? Oh. That's really, really good. Great flavor. I really like using the combination of the cow cover from Cosmos, the SPG from Cosmos, and we also use some Dirty Bird on that, also from Cosmos. So it's really, really tender, guys, I'm telling you.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching ThinSmoke BBQ today. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe. We'll be back with more media. Thanks again and happy Memorial Day.